So as we get started today, we're going to talk about how to set and track goals to achieve results. I'm a firm believer, and I've done surveys of thousands of workers and employees and managers, and how many of them do you think really have set goals that they track? It's less than 10 to 20%. So I want you to get on track today and learn how to set targets and goals. So if I can help you at any time, George Headley here, Hard Hat Biz Coach. You can find us online, hardhatbizcoach.com. I've got lots of videos. I've got a YouTube channel, and I've got some templates and some ongoing courses that you can download. Just go on to hardhatbizcoach.com. All right, let's get going here. Ready? All right, so my name's George Headley. I've been coaching construction clients for about 20 to 30 years now, and it's been a really great journey. But I notice that people who have written goals are twice as successful as those who don't. So think about yourself. Do you have written clear targets for all of your employees, your crews, your people, your sales, your estimating? Because without goals, you're going to struggle. You're going to continue to struggle and never really hit the results that you want to achieve. To get started, I want to ask you some very simple questions. Being a contractor, building commercial, industrial buildings, helping contractors, home builders, contractors of all kinds, construction and other ones. So the question we start with is, what results do you want to hit? So when I wrote my book called Get Your Construction Business to Always Make a Profit, I was thinking about making a profit, achieving results. So I want you to think about, what results do you want to hit? So as we get going, set targets, track them, and achieve the results you want. All right, so what results? If you wanted to play golf, could you imagine playing without a green or a pin or anything to aim at? Just a long green fairway. That wouldn't be very fun, would it? How about going bowling and there's no pins and there's no scoreboard? That would be kind of boring. Who cares? Just throw the ball down the alley, and if it hits or not, you don't know if you're good or bad. Just keep playing. What about football? Can you imagine going to the Super Bowl, paying $1,000, $5,000 a seat? If there wasn't a scoreboard and we didn't know who was the best team and who to root for, because there was no end zone and no scoreboard and nobody cared. Yeah, it'd be hard. What about NASCAR? Yeah, well, yeah, I know you're going to like NASCAR. You know why they call it NASCAR? Because it's a nice car. And you're going to like it just to watch the crashes, right? But no, we want to see who's going to win the race, the score, who's first, second, third, all those kinds of things. So we wouldn't really want to be too active in NASCAR if there wasn't a finish line. And how about fishing? You go fishing. I mean, maybe is it just to drink beer, or is it to get a suntan? What's the purpose? The purpose is to achieve the goal. The goal is to take home some fish so you can enjoy the fish and with your family, your friends, and have a great time, right? It's not just to go sit out in the sun. So think about what your goals are. What are you trying to hit? If you're a contractor on a construction job and there's no schedule, you just keep going. And there's no budget, you just keep going. What would happen? You definitely lose a lot of money without a clear target and a results to aim at, right? Or if you're in a maze, you're just going around circles. You don't have a clue. You just keep going through the motions, doing your job, working really hard, but you're not achieving enough bottom line profit. Your crews aren't achieving the goals required by the estimate, and the customer gets ticked because the job's over budget and late, right? So what about your company? How do we achieve the results that you want to hit? I can't imagine a company without goals, targets, and something to aim at, right? So the question is, do you set clear targets and goals? I'll never forget years ago, I was out on one of my big job sites in Anaheim, California, and I walked up to the side, big 80,000 square foot, big building, warehouse industrial building, and there was one of our long-term laborers was there, and I saw him using a shovel to clean up the residue and the debris and the trash all over the building. He had a broom, but he didn't have a shovel. So I saw him taking a shovel and walking way over to the other side of the building where the trash can was, throw it in there, and then running back. So I was trying to imagine what he was trying to accomplish. I mean, the speed he was going, he was moving quick, but he wasn't getting much done. he didn't have a clue what the target and the goal was, or what the budget was, or what tools were available for him to use. And so I go over and ask him. He'd been with me a long time. And Johnny, what's going on here? Well, I'm cleaning up. Why don't you use a wheelbarrow or maybe even a skip loader? He goes, well, the boss isn't here and I don't have a key to the tool bin. So I just doing what I can, boss. Keep busy. Well, the goal is not to keep busy. It's to get the trash out of there within the budget. Oh, so anyway, I couldn't find the supervisor, the foreman, the crew leader anywhere. And I finally went over and unlocked the tool bin with my master key and gave him a wheelbarrow. And I'm thinking, man, I got that problem solved. I did my job today. Well, did I really? What wheelbarrows do you chase? Do you run around in a circle hoping people achieve their goals? You don't give them scorecards. You don't give them a budget. You don't tell them where they are every week. It'd be like playing football and you don't even know what the score is after the first quarter. You can't win the game unless you know the score. How do you expect your people to do what you want them to do unless they're clearly explained the targets and the goals and give them a weekly update where we are over the long period of the projects? So what do I do? What do you do? What should we do to achieve this, to achieve our ultimate goal? For your education and improvement, I do have my book available. It's on Amazon.com. Get Your Construction Business to Always Make a Profit. It includes the Hard Hat Blueprint, Biz Builder Blueprint, to help you lay out and design your strategic business plan. I also have on my website, hardhatbizcoach.com, I have a total online 25 hours of training courses, including 30-page workbooks for each course. And each course includes all sorts of materials on how to build a company, estimating and bidding strategies, winning more work, field and project management, construction financial management 101, all the things you need to run a really strong business. I've got over 100 templates on my website. Just click on tools and templates and you'll see it, and they're available. They're Excel spreadsheets that I personally used in my business. Click the send me more information and I'll be glad to set up a time for an introductory coaching call to help you. So what's wrong with our company? What's wrong with your company? What could make your company better? Just sit down and explain what we're trying to accomplish here. Written targets, keyword written and tracked. That's the key. And so I ask business owners often, why are you in business? Well, to make money. How much? As much as I can. Well, how do I measure that? How do I know if you're on track? How do I know halfway through the year if you're going to achieve your goals? Do you know how many jobs you have to bid at the bid rate that you win at? That's going to take in order for you to achieve your goals? Do you know where you break even? Do you know your numbers? Do your crew leaders know how many hours they have to finish the project that they're assigned to? Do you give them an update? Well, with all these answers, or if they're all no, your people are just going through the motions. You and your company can't achieve the goals unless I know what I have to do. If I want to add more sales, well, I got to have a plan to make it happen. And the plan would be what? Well, I currently have 12 jobs. I need to get 20, I need to get 15. I need to get more customers and more targets and more proposals and more face-to-face meetings. How many more? Well, I can now create a plan because I have a goal. So think about what you're trying to accomplish. And so a lot of times I get called all the time, what's the purpose for your business? A purpose is not to make more money. It's to make a specific amount of money and a specific amount of sales in the year that you're working in. For example, I say, what's your sales goal as much as I can? Well, how do I know if you're happy? I say, what's your overhead goal? They say 10%. I say 10% of what? I want to make 5% of profit. Of what? Do you have a sales goal? Do you have an overhead goal? Do you have a gross profit goal? If you don't have a target and goal, how do you know if you ever hit it? How do you know if you're successful until your accountant does your books in April, before April 15th, right? That's not a way to run a business. That's not a way to run a project or a crew or to get things done. So what do we want to accomplish here? We want to achieve our goals. So what do business owners really want? Why are you in business? What do you want? Do you want to make some money? Do you want to make a lot more money? What are you really trying to accomplish? Articles for magazines. I'm in Construction Business Owner magazine. I'm in Masonry magazine, Metal Building magazine. I write a lot of articles, and I've been doing it for over 20 years on construction and business improvement and profitability, et cetera. And so as I write these articles, I'm thinking, what do the owners and the managers of these businesses want to learn so that they can achieve their goals? Well, they want to make a profit. Well, how much? How do we attract that? They want to win business at a higher margin level. They want their crew to hit their goals. They want their estimates to be accurate. They want to be organized and systemized so they can enjoy the benefits of business ownership. So what do business owners want? I don't know about you, but I want my business to give me what I want. So I want some freedom. I want to build some wealth. I want some passive income down the road. I want to be able to slow down someday. What do you really want? So the question is, what do you want? Do you want money or do you want happiness? If you make more money or a specific targeted amount, you're going to be happy. If you just make a little bit of money and you're not sure, you're never going to be happy. Maybe you want some freedom, or you want health, wealth, and family and fitness and friends or faith, whatever your things are. Maybe you want time or money. I don't know what you want, but I can tell you one thing. If you have clear targets and goals, you're going to hit them and you're going to achieve what you want. So the real question is, what do you want? Is your goal more? More is not a goal. Goals and targets have to be specifically measurable with a deadline. More is not achievable.